Hello and welcome to another Vlogmas video from me, Lauren from Lauren and the Books. And today is a reoccurring video that I've done in previous Vlogmases where I take the word Christmas, C-H-R-I-S-T-M-A-S, and pick a book off of my shelves that begins with each of those letters, be it C, C-H-R-I-S-T-M-A-S. I remember my sign language. And to show them to you. Now, it just so happens that all of these books are from my TBR shelf. So these are all books that I've got at the moment that are unread. I've got to lean down here. So it's also a good time to show you some of the books that I've got on my shelves that need reading. I can't stand up now because I've just put all these books on my lap. But I've got my Merry Christmas, Ya Filthy Animal jumper, and that's just exposed my tummy. So I thought I'd run out of Christmas jumpers, found this one, and I found one of David's as well, so I might wear that. I might do the whole month in a different jumper, who knows. So let's start. And also I would I know Amy from Shout Amy, so I linked my previous videos of this down below, and I know Amy from Shout Amy did that this last year as well, so I will link her video too. So but if you feel like doing it, I feel like it's a really good it's a really good idea, Lauren. It's a really good opportunity to show off some of the books that you've got on your shelves as well, because you don't always get to see books that have been on there forever. And also it's highlighting what I've got in my shelves, books that I was so excited about when I bought and I just haven't got around to reading them. So let's start, and this is one of the books that I was so excited about when I received this. It's a short story collection, beginning with C, Children of the World by Alexander Weinstein. So this is a advanced reader's copy. I can't remember who sent me this, but I know that I was too late to get any proofs of it, and then someone sent it to me. I feel like it might have been Caitlin. If it was Caitlin, thanks very much. And this is a short story collection, which I have heard has been very much likened to, bit of fluff there, to Black Mirror. So I'm a bit frightened of Black Mirror, but David loves it, and I feel like maybe I should read this to get myself into the mood for Black Mirror, or if not, maybe David should read this. But I was so excited, and I had so much hype and wonderfulness about it. It was, I believe, I'm not even sure it was published over here. I think it was just published in the US, but here it is, and yeah, Children of the New World. The next letter is H, and the book I have here is another short story collection, and I've also got a bit of mascara in my eye. It is How Much the Heart Can Hold, 7 stories on love, including some authors such as Caris Bray, Rowan Hisayu Buchanan, Nicholas Shukla. And I love this front cover. Look, it's got a lovely, like, anatomical heart on there with all these things. Amy Smith from the channel, Amy Jane Reads, kindly got me this for my birthday last year. It is 7 Stories on Love. I feel like I'd put it on my February TBR because it was this year, because it's love, and it was about love, and Valentine's Day is in February, but I just didn't get around to reading it, so I've still got it on the shelf, haven't read it. It is supposed to be amazing. I believe I may even have started it because I've got into the first, I've got a bookmark in the first 6 pages, so I've got a feeling like these are all stories to do with love, but it's all sorts of love, like romantic love, unrequited love. The first story is the love of a husband and wife, who the wife has become very, very ill, so it's all sorts of love in there, but very enjoyable, and I mean to read it. I mean to. The next book, the next letter is R, and I have RubyFruit Jungle by I've forgotten her name, Rita Mae Brown. Penguin kindly sent this to me. Oh, there we go. Excuse me. Penguin kindly sent this to me earlier this year as part of their Pride Book Club scheme, and I need to read this. I really love the vintage book plates. I just feel like they look really beautiful. And they also sent me a list of questions to also think about once you've read the book, which I feel like is really, really exciting and enjoyable. So that is another book, and it's about a young girl called Molly Bolt, who she figures out at a young age that she will have to be tough to stay true to herself in mid-20th century America. In her dealings with girlfriends and boyfriends, in the rocky relationship with her mother, and in her determination to pursue her career, she will fight for her right to happiness. Charming, proud and inspiring, Molly is the girl who refuses to be put in a box. So it sounds very, very exciting. Nice female-led book here. The next book I have, which also has a lovely cover, is If You Look For Me, I Am Not Here by Sarayu Srivatsa. This front cover is gorgeous. It's all sort of like a gold colour, and it's a beautiful tree. Now, this is from Blue Moose Publications. So Mercedes from Mercy's Bookish Musings, had a book subscription service where she would champion books from independent publishers. And one of the independent publishers I read a book from, I believe was the Handsworth Times, was from Blue Moose Publications. So I really loved that, and I thought, well, I must look into more of what this publishing house does, and they actually had a deal on 2 books for £10. So I got this one, and I also got another one, I think it's called A Modern Family, and I haven't read either of them, which is a crying shame, and I must do. But it says here, when Malika loses her longed for daughter at birth, it is not the only loss in the family. The surviving twin, a boy, loses the love of his mother. He grows up needing to be the daughter his mother wants, the son his scientist father accepts, and more with the guilt of being the one who survived. In a recently independent India, haunted by its colonial past and striving to find its identity, he struggles to find his own self. So yeah, sounds very, very interesting indeed. Oh my God, I've got such an itchy nose. The next letter is S, and it's another short story collection. It is Swimmer Among the Stars by Kanish Thoreau, and this is gorgeous. This is published by Picador. It is a naked hardback with all this shimmery silver beautifulness. And it is a collection of stories. It says here, I feel like I'm doing a lot of reading out from this, I'm sorry, but these are straight off my shelf and I haven't even looked at them for ages, so I can't remember what all of them are about. An interview with the last speaker of a language, a chronicle of the final 7 days of a town that is about to be razed to the ground by an invading army. The lonely voyage of an elephant, from Kerala to a princess's palace in Morocco, a fabled cook who flavours his food with precious stones, a coterie of international diplomats trapped in near-Earth orbit, a stunning collection of short stories from a remarkable new writer. So yeah, another set of short stories. Oh, look at it. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. The next letter is T. This is a proof copy, so it don't actually have the title on the front, but it is The Party by Elizabeth Day. This is from Fourth Estate. This is a proof. And I was very excited when I got this as well, so I can't believe I haven't, again, read it. So I believe it is about, let's find out, it's about a group of people, because it's not always easy to find what it's about when you've got a proof copy. It's about a group of people who go to a party, and they were friends when they were younger, and it's all sort of coming to... Oh, hold on, it might be on the front page. A gripping story of obsession and betrayal, privilege and hypocrisy set in the unassailable heart of the British establishment. So they're at a 40th birthday party, a group of friends, and they are celebrating in a haze of champagne, drugs and glamour. Amid the hundreds of guests, the politicians, the celebrities, the old money and newly rich, Martin once again feels that disturbing pang of not quite belonging. His wife Lucy has her reservations too. There is disquiet in the air, but Ben wouldn't do anything to damage their friendship, would he? So yes, that's another book I've got there. So the next one is M, and let me tell you, there's not many books on my shelf being with Emma. I had to really hunt for this, and this is My Brilliant Career by Miles Franklin. Now these editions are, now I've got this and another one. Which one have I got? Invitation to the Waltz. They are Virago. I can't remember what their actually editions are called. But they all make a big picture together, and this one is about a coming-of-age story. I believe they're all coming-of-age stories, and this is about, this is set in Australia, and it is a 16-year-old girl called Sibylla, and she loves the bush but not the toil it brings. She longs for refinement, and most of all she longs to achieve great things, and suddenly she falls under the gaze of wealthy, handsome Harry Beecham and finds herself choosing between the conventional path of marriage and her plans for a brilliant career. So yeah, and just love that front cover. The next letter is A. I'm frightened these are going to fall over. And I have here Anatomy of a Soldier by Harry Parker. Now, earlier this year, in January, I went to visit Simon from Savage Reads at his house in the Wirral, and we stayed there, and he had so many books to get rid of. I remember I've got a photo on my Instagram of like a pile of books that I took home from his house. Luckily we drove up there. A pile of books that we took home from his house, which was honestly almost as tall as me. I was nearly on the floor and it was almost as tall as me. And one of the books I got was this book here, Anatomy of a Soldier, and this is about a captain who is leading troops into a war zone when he's gravely injured by an exploding IED. This devastating moment and the transformation months that follow are narrated here by 45 objects telling one unforgettable story. So if I'm correct, it might be that there's 45. Yes, there's 45 chapters. So one object per chapter. It sounds really, really it's an original idea, and also sounds like it would be super, super important. So I do need to get to reading this. This is the problem with doing this thing, guys, because then you get to realise how many books you've got and that you need to read. I'm not sure that's going to stay there. Let's hope it does. The last one again is another collection of short stories. I've got a lot of collections of short stories on my shelves that I haven't read. This is Sea Lovers by Valerie Martin, published by Serpent Tail. Again, another gorgeous cover. Look at it, like green little tail there. And these are short stories all about sea monsters, and there's 12 there, and it's all to do with set in the sea and things like that. So yeah, another set of short stories that I need to get to. So those are the books that I've pulled off my shelf, each beginning with a letter in the word Christmas. Let me know if you've read any of these books and what you thought of them. Let me know what books you've got on your shelves that begins with them. Let me know if you've got any books beginning with M, because I really struggled. And also, I watched back my video from last year and my video from the year before, and the first year I did it, 2015, I also said then I didn't have any books beginning with M. So spooky. So yeah, there's the books that I have got that begin with Christmas, and I will see you all again tomorrow for another BookTube video.